inspiration is about royalty. Each one of these girls, I made sure before they walked down the aisle, I said, you are it, you are the queen, and you are empowered.
Every bride out there can feel fabulous in our gowns, no matter what shape or size. You can feel hot and sexy and confident and beautiful on your day.
All the dresses we make in Israel. My studio is based in Israel. When I create my collection, because I'm travel a lot, I take my inspiration for every country.
I like it when people say how beautiful a woman is, and then they say, what a pretty dress. I like it in that order.
Every girl is getting a crown, and to contrast that, we wanted the hair to be a little more textured and a little more rough. So we did an S wave all over. We put a lot of texture spray in it, and we just make it rough with our hands. And to secure the crowns, we have 2 braids underneath, and that's what we anchor the crowns with, so they don't fall while they're walking. And then the top part of their hair cascades over the crown.
The Reem Acra woman this season, Miss Acra told us, is very royal, it's very ethereal. So the liner is a beautiful gold pigmented wing. It's super clear, kind of a metallic reflective. The skin is matte, no shine on the face, and the only little foil is that gold liner. The skin is really beautifully flushed with our pink retouching powder, a little glimmer of the eye, a flushed face, and a soft lip.
The inspiration is about royalty. All the girls, I wanted them to look like queens for the day. It's a collection of fabrics that we use, from jacquard to silk satins to anything you can imagine. I think it's the details that we put on the dresses, the elements. They were all coming from different parts of the world. And when you see them all gathered in one dress, you'd say, my God, we're all one. It's kind of a unified world, because some things came from Italy, some things came from Brazil, and they were all in one dress, and that was for me something.
The looks were very regal today and very beautiful. I love the whole bow details. They were just beautiful dresses, very wearable, pretty, regal. The lace, it was gorgeous.
I remember Reem Acra when she first started in the 90s, and it was very structured, and you had all this beading, and now her work is evolved in something very ethereal and very elegant, but yet still with that amazing attention to detail with the beading and the lace and the embroidery. I always enjoy going to a Reem Acra show. There's always something fun, whether it's playful headpieces. So I'm always excited to see what she does. It's always one of my favorite collections of the year.
I wanted to put my own touch. I like to accessorize. I love to do these things and wanted to do the royal thing, but in a very modern way. So I started the first few crowns, I did them myself, and then I handed them to my staff. I went myself to buy the flowers and the branches and kind of got this imagination. It always comes a little last minute, but that last minute is the most powerful one. There were a lot of see-through materials, lots of ball gowns, but see-through. The linings are mini linings underneath where you can see parts of the body, but you can't see it all. It says something about the woman of today. Because we're in a library, so I thought better than to give them something that is very dear to me. It's the book of Khalil Gibran, Khalil Gibran, the Prophet. And if you really read and take your time to read that book, you will be transformed. It is another world. Modern at the same time. The girls look like they were disheveled, their hair has a romantic feeling. It was poetry, and I wanted to speak the language of the brand, which is about poetry and romance and the beauty of the real love. I feel like it's the time for women to be empowered and to feel like queens. She really wants to be the queen of the day. She's empowered. And each one of these girls, I made sure before they walked down the aisle, I said, you are it, you are the queen, and you are empowered, and show me that.
We are at the Wythe Hotel, beautiful hip in Brooklyn. You get this beautiful urban chic environment. You have garden platforms with beautiful tile. We just celebrated our 20 years of Maggie Sottero Designs last year. Each bride has a personal love story out there, and we want every gown to be a reflection of that personal love story. You see a beautiful range of different gowns, different silhouettes, different fabrications. Lace is still uberly important in the marketplace. I mean, it is your wedding day, and there is some classic element and romantic element of having lace, but done in a very modern way. This gown's name is November, but it has just a very casual feeling, very feminine and romantic, where you can elevate it if you want, or if you want to stay more casual, you can. I love the plunging neckline, It offers a little bit of sexiness, but still in a way that is very demure. The elements of the Sottero Midgley collection is very glamorous. These are much more fashion-forward gowns for that bride who really truly wants to make a statement on her wedding day, bringing out her fashion sense as she's walking down the aisle. This is Chad. It has a beautiful, subtle shimmer. Whether you're on the beach or you're in a ballroom, this is a gown that offers just that casual, relaxed glamour. Some low V-nut cutouts on the side and in the front, but it's the shimmer this season that takes that elevated glamour. It is gorgeous. It is one of our #1 booking gowns right now. You can play on shimmer and sparkle in different ways, whether it's beading, whether it's glitter. And this is a beautiful netting that has a cast of glitter on it, but it's got that raw edge. It's still very light. Whether you're dancing on the floor, walking down the aisle, you are radiant. It's gorgeous. We have created some additional coverage and support for the curvier bride. This is Brinkley Lynette. It has a little bit of a raised neckline, raised back as compared to our Brinkley gown. Talk about confidence and just sexiness right here. I don't care whether you are a size 4 or a size 18. You will look stunning on your wedding day. Every Maggie Sottero bride out there can feel fabulous in our gowns, no matter what shape or size. You can feel hot and sexy and confident and beautiful on your day.
It's the first time that I work with this designer. He wants something very clean, very chic, very polished. I'm very big on using hair as accessory. This is something that anybody can do. It's not even only bridal, it's just something very chic to get the hair away from the face, and so we can get that very easy, polished look.
We wanted to make the girls look not too done, so we barely powdered them. We kept them really glowy, really fresh, and then really super simple shimmery eye, really lightly smudged brown liner, and we went for it with the gloss on the lips.
It's the first time we are make private runway show in my brand. Yeah, it's the first time. The brand is new. We opened the company before 2 years, and everything happened very fast. All the dresses we make in Israel. My studio is based in Israel. I don't know if people know, even I'm from Israel. When I create my collection, because I'm travel a lot and we have many shops everywhere, I take my inspiration for every country. If it's the bride from Europe, if it's the bride from United States, and even if she's from Asia, this is when we create the dresses all the time. When we are start to work about the collection, I'm not draw my dresses. I'm like child. I put everything in the floor. I take my doll, I have actually doll, and I start to put every fabric and I start to cut. And after this, I come with the doll to my studio and say, this is the dresses, yeah. But for me, it's very important when I make the dresses and I take the lace, I like when it's light and the bride should have the option to move and enjoy. I look dresses like something you're ready to wear, but in very, very, very beautiful way. We have the V-neck, we have the strapless, we have, like you see here, even if it's like an open V-neck, still you have the bag, keep the sexy way. Everything is handmade. Even the flower, you have the bead inside, is handmade. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 different fabric. This flower never come with this, or this flower never come with this. This is everything by handmade. We are never take one fabric and use in one dresses. It's all the time need to be 3 or 4 different fabric. I think my favorite is the dresses. The bottom is real silk, like organza silk. And she's kind of mermaid, but not very mermaid. And the silhouette, she have the half shoulder, but still with sleeve. And all the top we build is almost 20,000 beat we make handmade. First is the quality. It's very important for me. When brides come to choose a Zohar, she's know I have a quality dress. And I have very fashion dress, but I'm still a bride. This is very, very important for me. It's the most important for me. Yeah.
I design dresses for people. I know them. I'm with clients every day. So we fit about 150 clients a year here, so we make their dresses on them. And then I'm in stores every weekend, so I have a constant dialogue with clients. In this collection, we changed all our stitches per inch. We reduced them by half. Instead of something being 2 stitches, it's now 1, so it got tinier, so the seam lines look much prettier. The curves are better. This is Couture Gazar. What it does is, it ends up draping like Duchess satin, but it's incredibly light. So for all the girls that never wanted sheen, and they would do like, oh, I don't like satin or charmeuse. But when you see this, it's spectacular. It's made in Como. It breathes. Everybody knows silk is an insulator, so this one's open. And we were very careful to make sure that we kept the materials behind it breathable as well. So for LA, Texas, Miami, it's great. We always have the ability, because we're a couture house, to take the line and marry it to your body. The difference is that when shapes get large, they have to be able to have architecture in the fiber, or you're putting a bunch of junk inside the dress. So when we wanted to do big dresses, we wanted to figure out how to build a structure inside that was super light, because most of the time you pick up something like this and it's really heavy. So there's just a sheer cage in there, and then it ended up giving us the ability of creating shape without weight. And then the fabric gave us the ability of creating shape that moved from the body but actually accentuated the body. So you'll see all the time clients saying, oh, I want this to be a little bit less. And when it's a little bit less, it just looks big. But when it gets dramatic and it moves away from you and it has structure, then all of a sudden it brings your body line in, and the fabric then explodes away from it, which is really great. To me, it's very important that when you see a woman in a dress like this, how they carry themselves, that's how they feel. And so a powerful, elegant, beautiful woman is how everybody should feel. It's our job, creatively, whether you're 5 feet or 6 feet, to be able to make that a possibility. And we serve our clients that way, and that's really what fashion should do. It should express the client. I like it when people say how beautiful a woman is, and then they say, what a pretty dress. I like it in that order.